When you look at this surface, do you think that maybe South Africa got it wrong by not playing or by dropping Shamsi?
No, I don't think so. I think if you actually look at South Africa's display, for the first 6 overs of batting, they were outstanding.
Yeah.
For the first 15 overs of bowling, they were outstanding. Yeah. Absolutely high class, good in the field, apart from that one drop from Klassen. So I just think it's identifying that if I'm noticing it, we're all noticing it in a green room in Mumbai, that their faces dropped. The captain's body language actually looked a little bit tense.
Yeah.
As I said, the wives and girlfriends, they're panicking. The coaching staff are panicking. You can't win a World Cup by having that kind of mindset and that kind of mentality. So and I'm sure they will. They'll sit down and kind of discuss that last period of, we want to win a World Cup and be the best team. And this is, I've said right from the get-go of this time, I think it's the hardest World Cup to win. Of all the World Cups, and there's many, we have one every year pretty much. Yeah. Over the last 6 or 7 years, seems to be a World Cup every year. I think this is the hardest one because there's so many good teams. Yeah. There's real high quality, and I think these pitches now are going to test, particularly the likes of South Africa, England, and I think Australia. I think the pitches are certainly going to suit India, suit the teams that have all the mystery spin and all the kind of ability to play on the slow, low pitches. But South Africa, for 60% of that game, were as good as you can get. It's just a 40% tweak. And if they can get that right, they're going to be a big threat going forward.
Yeah, it's such a good point that they were brilliant for the first 15 overs of the bowling. It's just that when it comes down to the crunch, and like I said earlier, it's the 3 decades of World Cup trauma. But good point is that none of these players, I think most of the players weren't even born when 1992 happened with Duckworth Lewis. There was
1999.
1999, that drop catch.
Sure, but
yeah. So they need to shake that off. I don't know what the narrative in South Africa is around that, or maybe the narrative in world cricket is about that, but they'd do well to shake that off. But we were talking about Keshav Maharaj. How good was he today, though? He was fantastic, Keshav Maharaj.
No, he's been economical throughout this tournament. The captain bowled himself just that one over.
Yeah.
I wonder how tempted he may have been just to go again. And we see some captains get lured in the power play to try to squeeze that extra over of finger spin or a surprise element. But on reflection, he might say, well, those conditions were right. For him to go again. It was his main spinners getting the job done. The English spinners got the job done, so that might be another sample of just a bit more flexibility, a bit more preparedness to take a risk, and live and die by that. Whereas he chose not to. But
that's a great word, the risk. Just don't worry. I know it's easy for us to don't worry about losing.
Yeah.
Just worry about the skill set.